The Sweet Escape, making every event sweeter. The Sweet Escape is the name of the company that I chose for my Capstone project. Since its inception, the company has evolved from a pastime to a viable enterprise. In August 2022, the Sweet Escape was established. Connor White is the proprietor of the company. Connor White was born in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Connor White, the owner, moved to Rock Hill, South Carolina in 2012 and has been there ever since. The business was founded and is located in Rock Hill, South Carolina. The business currently only specializes in making cakes. The business is currently being ran out of the home of the owner, Connor White. Connor White would be considered a home-based baker. The mission of the Sweet Escape is to make every event sweeter. The owner wants to provide consumers a feel-at-home experience with delectable goods. The Sweet Escapes business has been adhering to the needs and the wants of family and friends. With that being said, the company was only staying afloat from family and friends who inquired about the services the business could provide and not the general community. The company has baked for birthday parties, baby showers, and other small local events. The communication efforts before I got involved with this company was slightly non-existent. The business owner has created a TikTok, Instagram account for the business, but no content has been posted or shared on those accounts. The owner created those accounts to secure the usernames for the accounts. The username for the Instagram page is at the Sweet Escape Bakery, and the TikTok username is at the Sweet Escape. The business has no followers prior to me participating in this campaign. The business owner now has a Facebook page for the business, and the business page is called the Sweet Escape. The business does not currently have an official website at this time, but that may be an option in the near future. A SWOT analysis was created for the company The Sweet Escape. The SWOT analysis will allow companies to understand their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. All of these things are needed to know when creating a business. The strength of the business is that they offer made-to-order cakes, they adhere to the unique and artistic design of its consumers, and they offer bulk or large amount of orders. Where there are strengths, there are weaknesses as well. The weaknesses are as followed. The lack of variety of product, they are new in the market, and they are only operating only in limited areas. The opportunities for the company are catering for local events. The creation of a website development can reach more customers easily and obtain new customers. The threats that the business can face is that there are already established bakeries in the area, the downturn in the economy, the location of the bakery, and health-conscious consumers. Some of the main competitors in the Rock Hill area for the business are Nothing But Cakes, Amelie's French Bakery and Cafe, and Publix. Each of these bakeries are already established and has an established clientele. The client's goal for this campaign is to increase brand awareness in order to increase sales. The owner wishes to eventually obtain a commercial kitchen so that she can expand her delivery as well as her pickup zones. One of the secondary researches I looked up online was how being active on social media might benefit a business. I also investigated how not having a marketing plan for your business might be considered a weakness. To be successful, a bakery may need to target multiple market segments. Failure to investigate all prospective market sectors may result in loss of revenue and marketing disasters. I also investigated who my competitors are and how I might distinguish my client's business from theirs, differentiating how you communicate with your clients' influencers and how your company obtains its services. I needed to know about these topics because my client's business is fairly new and doesn't have a significant amount of exposures. By researching these topics, I am able to determine what tactics other bakeries have obtained and determine whether or not those tactics were successful or not. The information I found throughout my research was that by understanding who is in your primary and secondary markets can make the task of marketing your independent bakery far easier and profitable. That came from AZ Central. I also discovered that when your bakery is active on social media, you're keeping in touch with your regular customers, spreading the word about your brand to potential customers, and developing better customer service, perhaps even boosting sales. The resources I have found that information was journal articles and online articles. A public survey was used as primary research for the campaign. I selected a survey since it is more personable and allows you to obtain factual information straight from the source. Who are the competitors? How frequent do you seek the services of a bakery? What do they look for when seeking the services of a baker? And do you search for possible bakers on social media? I work for the Department of Social Services, and our office has several departments. Our team is diverse with men and women, some with children and some without, some married and some not. I distributed surveys to several divisions throughout the building. The survey received 32 responses out of 40 issued. A few of the questions I asked were age, children, how many, events you would use a bakery for, how often do you obtain the services of a bakery or a home baker, what companies do you go to for your bakery needs, and does social media play a part in your research for potential bakeries? The answer to the age, out of the 32 respondents, 5 were under the age of 25, 19 were over the age of 25, and 8 were over the age of 35. 53% of the respondents preferred home bakers, 34% of the respondents preferred local bakers, 13% had no preference, 90% of the respondents have children, and 10% of the respondents don't have children. 63% of the respondents use social media when booking for their cake needs. 34% of respondents use baking websites for their cake needs, and 3% had no preference. The information acquired provides the customer with a clear perspective of the approach that must be taken in order to appeal to the target audience. Now that the client is aware that over 90% of respondents are active social media users and 63% utilize social media to book their cake needs, it sends a clear message that the client should be more active on social media for marketing. The Sweetest Cake, a South Carolina home bakery, is well on its way to a profitable future by developing a strong social media presence that can engage the public and increase orders. There were no client communication practices before the campaign. The client had only created an Instagram account and TikTok account for the business, The Sweetest Cake. The client created these social media accounts to secure the usernames for the business. Before working with the client had intentions on using Plotly for her social media needs. Plotly is a social media planner that empowers creators to schedule posts, manage multiple accounts, and organize their content. The client had no posts on social media accounts created to promote the business, nor did the client have any followers on the social media platforms before the start of this campaign. The goal of the client wanted to achieve from the campaign is to increase brand awareness to increase sales. The client's business started as a hobby and was generated into a profitable business in 2022. Before achieving the goal of increasing the amount of sales, the client business must first obtain exposure. With no content posted or no followers, there is no knowledge about the business. With that being said, before acknowledging the goal of the generating sales, we must generate exposure on the social media accounts created. To obtain these goals, the client was asked to send the content of the product to the publicist, who has a social media presence to promote the business and obtain viewership on the created social media platforms. The publicist has a following of 4,126 on Instagram and 1,149 on TikTok. The publicist took the content the client created and posted it onto her social media accounts, asking viewers to follow the client's social media accounts and give credit to the product being publicized with a brief description of the product. The publicist also conducted a live webinar with a well-known chef, baker, author, and social media enthusiast to talk about the client's business and how social media played a part in the success of their business. Although all the goals weren't achieved throughout the campaign, some were. The TikTok account created for the business started with the following of 0 and has obtained 16 followers. The TikTok account for the business has achieved a following of 26 before the start of the campaign. The client did not have a Facebook page dedicated to the business. Since then, a Facebook page was created on February 25th, 2023. The page currently has 7 likes and 10 followers. Based on the post of the content created by the client and posted on the publicist's social media pages, 3 people have inquired about the services provided by the client. I believe all the goals weren't obtained because the client did not post content on the created social media platforms. Going forward, I believe that the client has the foundation to have a successful business if they trust the process and believe in their work. I would suggest that the client promote their work across various social media accounts that they have by sharing the posts, sending the posts to their current followers, and consecutively posting content for viewers to see. This campaign was created by Jade Jenkins of the Jade Jenkins PR Professionals. If you want to get in contact with me, please contact me at jade.diana@gmail.com or call me at 803-230-6993. And I look forward to adhering to your PR needs.